Hello friends, so today's video is going to be a list of the books that I'm hoping to get around to in the month of March. Before jumping into it, a big thank you to GlassesUSA.com for working with me on today's video. A lot of you know I have been working with them for years and I was using their glasses long before I was ever working with them because I do truly love their service. So the way it works is that they take the middleman out of the equation so you can get glasses for a much more affordable price than you would in a lot of other glasses retailers. They also have a wide selection so you can have different shapes, different sizes, different colors. They also have name brand and they also have in-house brands. So there's so many different selections and I have a few different ones that I will show you. This is the pair that I've been wearing the most often recently. I love a good clear pair of glasses just because I think it goes with everything. But also I love this pair that a lot of you actually helped me pick out. It is a classic black frame and I just think that these have such a academic quality to them. Definitely makes me feel very sophisticated when I wear this pair, but I also think that the size is really nice. It's not too big, it's not too small. I like that there's just a hint of cat eye over here on the side, and they're really durable because the material is like, it's a thick, hardy pair of glasses. Then I have another pair that I've worn quite a bit over the years. This particular one I have though is my one that shows that you can get the transitions lenses. And what's really nice is that you can even see the transition here in this video because I have the light, so it already started to turn colors. So you can get this pair without the transitions, but you can get the transitions added as well. And I know a lot of people really like having that, so when they go outside, they don't have to have a separate pair of sunglasses. I actually do have a pair of sunglasses from them, and they are prescription, so that's another option as well, is sunglasses. This particular gold pair, though, I just think is the ultimate circle pair of glasses, so I really like those. They go with so many different things, but they do really have so many different options, and if you're unsure about which ones to get, there is a try-on feature, which is especially nice when not only do you want to know what the glasses would look like on you, but maybe you found a pair you really like and you can't decide on what color you want to get, so you can see which colors might be the best on you. So they have so many different options. They really are fantastic. Thank you so much, GlassesUSA.com, for not only working with me for today, but continuously working with me because I truly love their service. I'll have more information about these pairs of glasses as well as GlassesUSA.com in general in the description bar down below. March is my birthday month and I am turning 30 in March, so I might give myself some leniency when it comes to my reading. I've been reading a ton the first couple months of the year, but with this month I might take a little bit of time off. We'll see, but these are the books that I'm hoping to get around to, or at the very least the pool of books that I have to choose from. Jumping into it, and highest priority, I will be starting Words of Radiance. Similar to what I did for Way of Kings, I will start this in March, but I don't plan to read the entire book in March. It is a reread, so I'm just going to be kind of taking my time, going through it slowly, and there will be a discussion video for it. If you'd like more information about the Cosmere read-along that I'm doing, I'll have that in the description bar down below. But regardless, I love Way of Kings so much, but I feel like most people like Words of Radiance more. And I'm very curious to see on this read-through if I then join the majority and I like Words of Radiance more, or if Way of Kings will still have my heart. I just love Kaladin, and I love the end of Way of Kings. It's so good. But the end of Words of Radiance is amazing also. So we will see. I'm so excited, though, to be jumping back into it. And I don't know why I'm even talking about the end, because I'm not going to get to the end of Words of Radiance in March, likely, unless I just get so excited that I read the whole thing. After that, we have Silver Under Nightfall. This one is a maybe, because my friend Joshana and myself might be buddy reading this one. If we don't read it in March, we will likely read it in April. We do want to pick it up relatively soon. This is one that I believe is a vampire story, and I had started one of this author's works quite a while ago. It was around the time that my father had passed away and I was trying to get back into reading, and I wasn't as structured with my reading, and I definitely was having a hard time always committing to what I was reading, and I've always felt bad about that because I was enjoying the writing style of this author's other work, and I definitely plan to try that other one again at some point. But because Joshana had asked, hey, are you interested in this one? I thought this would be the perfect way to give this author another try. And this particular story is adult fantasy, whereas the other works are young adult. So really hopeful that I like this one. I think vampires are a thing that was sort of been there, done that for a long time, and they're very kind of, I feel like, sneakily making a comeback. So I'm very interested to see how vampires are handled in this particular story. Another buddy read that I'm hoping to have would be for Exile, which is the second book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series. My friend Roger and myself are hoping to pick this one up. Once again, if we don't get around to it in March, we will likely pick this one up in April. So it is going to be read at some point very soon. I really enjoyed the first book in the series. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't read a ton of middle grade, not because I have anything against it, but I just don't. So if you have middle grade recommendations, feel free to let me know. I liked Amari, I like Keeper of the Lost Cities, but I don't have that much knowledge about other middle grade stories, so I would love to hear your recommendations. This one, though, is one that I did quite like the first one. I thought it was so much fun. I keep telling my sister, like, hey, you should let her daughters, so my nieces, I'm always like, you should let them know about this, because I really want to chat with them about books, and they're just getting to that age where they're probably going to have some overlap, and it makes me really excited because they're so cute, but they live far away, so I never get to see them. So I'll tell my sister around the holidays or their birthdays or whatever. Sometimes I'm like, do they want any books? Or like, hey, Barnes & Noble's having a sale. And the last time, sorry, random side story, because my nieces are cute, darn it, and reading is fun. But my sister, around the Barnes & Noble half-off hardback sale, I sent her a message. I was like, oh, hey, they're doing the sale. I don't know if the girls wanted any books. And she sent me back a picture. She's like, we're at Barnes & Noble. So I was like, if they find anything, then I'll pay for it. And you can tell them it's their Christmas present from their tia. And my sister's like, okay. So they got some books. Neither of them got Keeper of the Lost Cities, but still, they're close. That's my main point. And what is better than sharing the love of reading with the younger generations? I feel like nothing. It's just so fun. So I'm hoping that they read this soon. But I'm also excited to read it with Roger. So if you see this, I'm sure you're going to be laughing. I'm excited to read this with you as well. But if the nieces end up reading it, they might have a little edge on you because they're just so precious. Anyway, switching gears and getting back into the TBR. Next up, I'm hoping to finally finish the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. This one has been kind of I have mixed feelings about this story. I think the themes are really powerful, and I think the concept of the world and the magic is amazing and creative and so interesting. But the second book, for me, it really didn't have much movement to it, and there were just certain aspects to it that I thought kind of weren't as strong as what we got in the first book, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about the third one. My husband has read the entire trilogy, and he knows my taste pretty well, and he's told me, I don't know if you're going to like the third one based off of your feelings about the second. So I am nervous. My friend Patrick, he didn't love the second book, but then he really liked the third one. So I don't know. We'll see. But it is a trilogy that I have wanted to finish and complete and see the resolution of this story. So we'll see. March may finally be the month that happens. Sticking with sequels, I'm hoping to continue with the Atlas Paradox, a sequel to the Atlas 6. I enjoy the Atlas 6. I think that because of its popularity, there have been people who talk about it like it's the greatest thing of all time, and then there are people that act like it is absolute trash, and I'm like, I mean, I had fun with it. I don't think I fall in either of those camps, but I did enjoy the first one, and I am curious where things are going to go. It's such a vibe. The whole book it feels like an aesthetic. And even the characters, there's just something about them where I don't know that I read them and think I feel so connected by what's happening with this character. I feel so seen by them. I don't really have those feelings, but I still enjoy the story and I still enjoy the vibe. And the ending of the first one makes me very curious as to what's happening in the second. And the second one came out last year, and it's been out for a while, and I still haven't picked it up. And I don't want to forget what happened in the first one. I want things to be fresh, so I gotta get around to this one sooner rather than later. I also want to continue on with Mercedes Lackey. At the time that I am filming this, I have not yet picked up the next series in Valdemar that I'm hoping to start with, because I finished the Arrows trilogy in January. And then for this month in February, I am going to be picking up another series, and so I want to continue on with whatever I pick up or read one of the standalones in Valdemar, but regardless, I would like to continue on with this world. Next up, I might hopefully be able to keep going with the Blood Heir trilogy. This is one where I read the first one and I really liked it, and then I also read this author's new release, Song of Silver Flame Like Night, and quite liked it. And so I want to keep going with her trilogy. I'm hoping to keep going. It's just a matter of if I can fit it in. I really want to fit it in. I really should just prioritize it because I was hoping to read it before springtime because it does kind of have that colder feel to it, the setting anyway. And so it seems like a good thing to read within the winter season. And then on top of that, I've been meaning to finish the Winter Night trilogy for forever, and I was hoping to finish it before the end of 2022, and that did not happen. So if I can, I might try to finish that series as well. As always, I also have some new releases that I plan to try and pick up. If you saw my anticipated releases for March, any of those books are books that I might pick up. It just depends on what I can get from the library, what audiobooks I get access to, if I get ARCs for some of these. But regardless, that is my current TBR for the month of March. If you're wondering about any manga or comics, I talk about those things over on my Full Meta Analysis channel, so I'll have that linked. I also talk about video games and adaptations and shows and whatnot on that channel as well. And then also, again, a big thank you to ClassesUSA.com for working with me on today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you're going to be reading in March. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye.